By creating customized SKUs for my Amazon FBA inventory, I am able to track my inventory better, reprice manually more efficiently, and do some really neat tricks with my repricer. In this video, I'm going to outline my entire SKU strategy, how I create my SKUs, and why it's important to my business. My name is Manny, and this is Manny's Book Bag. Hello everyone. Sales are definitely beginning to swing upward. I'm getting a lot of inventory into the warehouse, books, CDs, even some grocery this week. I'm playing around with my reprice it settings. I'm doing a lot of experiments, and really, I'm getting ready for back to school where everything is going to change for me. I recently had a request from one of you, the subscribers of this channel, for an outline of exactly how I create my customized SKUs and what those actually look like. But first and foremost, let me explain to you what customized... I'll be right back, guys. I got to give the mailman a package. I'll be right back. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be cool. I got something to show you guys. You are going to love this. Oh, put all this stuff down real quick. Get to all this later. Yeah, this is fantastic. Amazon really dragged their feet on this, but I got something to show you. I apologize, but along with the custom SKU video, this just became a little bit of an unboxing video too. I've been waiting on this shirt right here because, quite honestly, I'm very proud of what it represents. Check this out, guys. You guys know what this is? This is actually a custom t-shirt for our Niche Income podcast. I know a lot of you know that Travis Wren and I, we do a weekly podcast. It's called nicheincome.fm. You can go to that website. Our podcast is actually on Stitcher. It's also on iTunes. Would really appreciate it if you took a listen, download a couple of episodes in there, and if you have a second, give us an honest review. But this t-shirt I just got, I couldn't wait to get it. I finally got it today. It's time to try it on. Let's go. Just like that, I got it on. Look at this thing. It is beautiful. I love that tower. And it is nicheincome.fm. Didn't mean to do a shameless plug, but I'm really excited I got this in the mail, and I wanted to share that with all of you. But that is not at all what this video is about. This video is all about creating customized SKUs. When you list your inventory, for example, through Amazon Seller Central, Amazon is going to create a random SKU for you. Now, the SKU identifies your item at Amazon, but quite honestly, it really serves you no purpose in terms of inventory control, inventory management. I was first introduced to customized SKUs 6 months into my business when I started using ScanLister for all of my listing purposes. Now, I can look back at the time and I realize, yeah, I was not really optimizing my customized SKUs. They weren't really effective and not doing what they should be doing, but anything is better than nothing. Now, it took me a little bit of time, but I eventually came up with a customized SKU that lets me not only track my inventory by category, lets me break down my inventory by category. It allows me to pull up all of my inventory in Seller Central according to the year, according to the category, and even by month and date. So if you are not using customized SKUs, or you are using customized SKUs, but they're not really optimized in your opinion, this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to make hot.
So hot right now.
Truly hot.
Okay.
Customized SKUs. Now, if you're not creating customized SKUs, this is going to represent a bit of an operational change.
We fear change.
And I know you do, but this is going to make your life so much easier that you really want to pay attention. Now, I got a lot of distractions going on right now, as you can hear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this conversation in the office where it's going to be a lot quieter. Alrighty, folks, we're back. It's nice and quiet in the house now. Let's get down to business. We're here to make some customized SKUs that are really going to help you organize your business life. What I want to do for you is put an example right up here of exactly what one of my SKUs looks like. Now you're going to notice that the first thing that I lead with in my SKU is current year, followed by the category. Then I put the month, then I put the day, and finally I put the item cost and the item's condition. Now there are a ton of different ways that you can set up your custom SKUs depending on what it is that you want. I have seen some sellers build in the item's sales rank at the time of listing. I've seen some sellers put in some information for suppliers or for different codes. There's a custom SKU. Let's say you do a lot of consignment, or you have an employee and you want to give them a customized SKU so that you can keep track of their sales performance. I wanted to mention that because there could be other needs within your business that would require you to customize this SKU to meet what it is that you want it to do. But for my purposes, this SKU fits my needs perfectly. So let's talk about some of the things that this particular SKU allows me to do. The first thing that this SKU does for me is optimize my searchability in Seller Central. I lead my SKU off with a very, very broad search term, the entire 2017. And then I put in a category so that I can actually dissect my inventory by category, both in Seller Central and in Reprice It. So let's say I wanted to look up in Manage Inventory all of my inventory from 2017. Because of the way that I've got my SKU optimized, I can just type in 2017 and all of this year's inventory will pop up. If my goal is just to look at this year's books, I can type in 2017 book and every book from this year will pop up. But let's say I need to go further. Let's say I need to look up this year's books, but in specific, I want to pull up June's books. Well, I can type in 2017 book / June, and every book from 2017 that was listed this June is going to pop up. I think you can see what it is I'm doing. I can actually bring it down to the particular day if I need to look up what's left on a particular shipment. This is going to do a couple of things for you. In Seller Central, there is no way to actually look up your exact number of books listed or your exact number of retail arbitrage items listed. But because of this in particular, I can look up in my Manage Inventory all of 2017's books and all of 2016's books, and I now have an exact total of books that I have listed in my inventory. I can do the same thing for every category that I choose to give a prefix to. And it's a built-in way of making it very easy for me to keep track of my active inventory. Because I can keep track of my active inventory by item, I can also keep track of what my sell-through rates are across different categories. I can look at my total sales for CDs versus what I've got on hand. I can get a true number for on hand at the start of the month, and the result is what my sell-through rate is. There's actually several things that you can do just because you've got your inventory separated this way. But there's another reason. Whether you are repricing manually yourself or whether you are using a repricer, you are going to want to section off your inventory. Let's say, for example, you reprice manually. It is actually quite easy to pull up your active inventory from your oldest months and say, today is Monday. On Monday, I'm going to do June, July, and August of 2016. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do September, October, November. You can actually separate all of your inventory out this way and do it a couple of months at a time during those times of year where you really want to handle each and every item individually. This is going to keep you organized, and it's going to be very easy to track what it is that you have repriced and what you have not. Now, if you're using a repricer, of course I'm going to use Reprice It as an example. In Reprice It, the only way to create a template that is specific to a category is if you have categories set up in your SKU prefixes. Now, I made a video some time ago about how to create a SKU added template, and I'm going to go ahead and link that up here in the card so that you can take a look at it. But it's basically going to show you how to use those SKU prefixes to create SKU added templates using those SKU prefixes as wildcards. Now let's get to the last two parts of my SKU prefix. It's very handy having the cost built into that SKU prefix for a couple of different reasons. The very first reason is that when an item is in pending inventory after it just sold, I can immediately tell what kind of margins I got without having to go to a different screen. I can go into the pending inventory, I can see the item that just sold, and I can tell you when I listed it, I can tell you roughly how much profit I made, and I'm also going to be able to tell you what condition it sold in without having to go find it anywhere else. It's a matter of convenience and also really quick research.
It can also be a very quick way of telling if perhaps my repricer might have done something it shouldn't have done, because I can see the cost. If I have a book that cost me $2 and my repricer for some reason brings it down to $9, that's an immediate red flag that I should probably check out something in the template that repriced it. So those are really the key advantages to creating SKU prefixes for all of your inventory. Easy searchability in Seller Central, the ability to down the road create customized templates and do some really special tricks with your repricer of choice, and very quick at a glance researching. There is one more reason why I like my templates the way that they are, and it has a lot to do with textbooks. Now, I exclude all of my textbooks from Reprice It. How do I do that? Once again, by using the SKU prefix 2017 textbook and excluding it completely from all templates. The reason why I do this is because textbooks is that one category that I do want to maximize my profit, since we do pay on average quite a bit more per textbook when we do online arbitrage. So I price my textbooks really high. I send them into the warehouse at a really high rate that would be my target price during the peak of textbook season. But by having the price and the condition built into the SKU, once again, as a matter of convenience, I can go into Manage Inventory, type in 2017 textbook, and I can look at all of my active textbooks, and here's what I can do. From that one screen, I can add my cost to what the current FBA fees are, so I figure out my break-even point. Once I know my break-even point, I can look at what the book is currently listed at, and I can look at what the buy box and the lowest price currently is. This is like playing the stock market, and by having that information in front of me and I don't have to go from screen to screen, I can actually figure out really quickly if I'm ready to drop my price to that level so that I can capture a sale. If I didn't do it that way, I would have to go back to how I listed it. I would have to look at certain things in Accelerlist. It would be annoying. It would certainly get in the way of repricing very, very quickly. And during textbook season, when you reprice once a day the way that I do, you want things to be accurate, but you also want them to be really fast. So besides being able to search very easily in Seller Central and being able to compartmentalize all of my inventory for the purposes of repricers and sell-through rate information by category, it's also a very fast way to reprice once you're on your Manage Inventory screen. And that is how I set up my SKUs and why I set it up that way in particular. But here's the question of the day. Do you use customized SKUs? And what are some of the details that you like to see in your customized SKUs? Go ahead and put in your comments below, because all of our businesses have different needs. It'd be really cool to see what kind of tricks you guys can pull off. Well, that's all for today's video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see me make more videos like this one, please remember to share, like, and subscribe to support the channel. If you haven't already liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and tap on that book bag right there. And while you're in there, hit those bell notifications so that you don't miss anything. Till next time, let's go make some money.